I think it would be unfair to say we didn't do much on transportation in the last session. In the same session, we were making major reforms in education, made historic legislation and funding of our state water plan. We didn't ignore transportation. We increased funding within our budget for transportation, plus, and it took admittedly several special sessions, but we also passed what became Proposition 1 on the ballot. And we're going to be, as a result of its overwhelming passage, going to be seeing well over $1 billion. It fluctuates with the price of oil.
That didn't work out as well as one might have hoped.
No, and people were warned of that. That came out in the debate, not to be too reliant on the high number there.
Right.
But it still should be, well over $1 billion in the first year, which isn't nothing. It's not new revenue, by the way, but it is money that will be going to transportation. So that was, fairly significant progress. And yeah, I think it's good to have, this focus on transportation. It's absolutely critical to, particularly the urban areas of this state, but rural too, and the oil and gas producing areas have had their challenges and needs in transportation infrastructure. So I think it's good to have our eyes focused on transportation solutions. What I hope we will avoid, and I kind of sense we're getting into this trap a little bit, is that every session there seems to be something that needs to be solved, and legislators find it pretty difficult to say we're going to spend money on something. So what we've done and settled on is this approach that I've called the California style of governing. Let's send it to the voters and have them tell us to spend money on something. I think it's time to get back to a more meat and potatoes appropriations approach. If transportation needs more money spent on it, the appropriators ought to put it in the budget, and the legislators ought to vote to do it.